Alright, we are back here with Let's Play Demon Souls. I made some adjustments to my capturing setup. I was able to use a DVR recorder as a top box, and then split out the signal to my TV, and then also use an S-video signal to capture with my multimedia device. So I'm hoping that the capturing quality will be a little bit higher on these videos. I'm going to have to see how it comes out after this. But the other bonus is that I can now play on my LCD TV, so it should be a little bit easier to see what's going on. But now we're ready to start the World 5, since you no longer have to go in the straight up format. And the first area is called Valley of Defilement. This is like the disease, disgusting, like plague, poison world. A lot of people don't really like it. Ironically, these are where the items for the faith build early on come from, because the juxtaposition of faith and holy miracles versus the disgusting filth, the squalor of the disease world. It's an interesting dynamic, I guess. Typically, you do not want to come here for the second world you visit, because it's going to be a little difficult dealing with some of these monsters. You have they're like these troll guys. The game calls them trolls. They look kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen like that movie Beetlejuice, where they're trying to scare the little girl, and so they stretch out their faces, the long noses. It's kind of what it reminds me of. I'm going to have to be very careful dying here, because that will, when you die in body form, now it will affect world tendency. And the most dangerous part of this area is actually falling off. There's a lot of like plank platforms and ravines with waterfall, water, disgusting plague, purple water. There's actually a blessed mace, which is the prefix for faith stat augmented weapons, and you get that in the first section here, second section. So I'm going to equip that as soon as possible. Morning Star. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to use that. Well, I could try. I think the slicing damage is a little bit better for these little trolls. These guys aren't too bad. The fire damage can be a little annoying. You just have to make sure that you don't get hit by multiple enemies at the same time. They kind of have like a pushback effect. And it's very easy if you're standing in the wrong place to get pushed right off the edge. So you kind of want to know where your back is facing. Couple of souls. You really want to use your shield here, just because it'll cause them to recoil when you block their hit, just like the spear guys in the first level. a lot of little traps here are, the trolls pretend, well, I guess they're like laying down as if they're dead, but they quickly, they try to get you in unfavorable positions like that. As long as you block the initial hit, they're relatively harmless. Like I said, you just don't want to take on more than one at a time. Oh, see, some sabotagers. I'm gonna have to make a run for it. Is not where I want to be to fight these guys. Oh man, I have a whole army of them after me. That's not good. Hopefully with the Thief's Ring, some of them will lose their aggro radius, and then you can kind of come back and pick them off as they become split after they path back. Oh, jeez. So far, so good. Yeah, the other ones should become manageable now. This guy's totally reset. You can get a backstab on him. There are a couple of items you can get here. This is actually a drop-off to get down to where I want to go. I'm a little worried though that I may not have high enough vitality to survive the fall. So I'm actually gonna drop down somewhere else, because that is where the faith weapon that you can get is at. Which ooh, this guy did not follow me down. That's where I fell down at. May have to, yeah, I'll probably have to run back. There's a series of drops through those plank boards that you can get a couple of items. I do need a couple, since I used up quite a few herbs healing myself there. I'm gonna want to get, you can see the items right over there. There's hole number 1. Found Hero Soul. There's a drop off that you don't want to go through quite yet. That will do it. Some more crescent grass. And then another ring. Ring of Magical Dullness. It's not too bad. It decreases your proficiency with magic, but at the same time makes you more resistant against magical attacks. Pretty situational, but not any worse than you could get. Some of these guys kind of wake up out of the haystack here. Sort of a trap. But this is actually where I like to drop off at. You have to be careful though, because you can clip on one of the planks here and end up sliding right off, so you gotta have a good drop. Oh, I didn't know if I was going to make it. We use a Royal Lotus that will take off the poison stat. Go ahead and use one of our larger healing herbs. That was a crystal gecko. That's one of the special monsters that will drop stat ores, and they actually drop faith stone, which is what I'm going to be collecting later on for my faith weapons. But this is the blessed mace that I just got. This is a little hidden area. Oh, that's what triggers them. Good. I was worried that I was gonna get killed. That's why I didn't take the gecko out right away. I want to make sure I wasn't gonna get hit from behind. Because the blessed mace scales off of the faith stat, it hits for much higher damage. It's 176 damage now compared to 86 from before, and the majority of that is from the magic damage. Even though it's from the faith stat, faith and magic count as magical damage. So there's one more item you can get here. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. And then one monster left that he'll drop down after you walk over. So I can take these guys out in like 2 hits now instead of 3. It's quite good. And now with this plank kicked down, you can come back and kill that gecko without having to make that risky drop. Oh joy. These are plague rats. They don't do too much damage, but they do inflict you with plague. Luckily with the two-handed blessed mace animation, you get the top-down strike. And you can take them out. And then you have a Widow's Lotus to take off the plague stat debuff. Heal up. One more thing I want to get. I think I'm gonna have to run up here. There's also a vendor NPC, the old woman.
Won't you buy something? My poor child is hungry.
She does have some healing items that you can buy, and the Widow Lotus and Royal Lotus. I usually don't buy anything from her. A couple weapons. She does have the priest chainmail as well. She has a kind of a funny reaction when you don't buy anything though.
Curses, I wasted my breath on you. Did that witch send you to torment me?
Whatever. Don't live in this freaking disease swamp then. Alright, I'm gonna cut this off right here, and then we'll continue on with the rest of this level on the next video. Alright, thanks again for watching.